Hello everyone, welcome to my freak show. So a long time ago, I reviewed Murder House with my admins from Freaks of AHS. And at that time, since we were poking fun of Murder House, I mean, let's just be honest here, I decided to review every episode as I watched it. However, I only made it to reviewing to episode 2. And because of that, it forced me to not release Murder House episode 1 and episode 2 review. And now, here is your chance to finally see the episodes. Enjoy!
Welcome to the Freak Show, everyone. I am your ringmaster and the one who will be murdering this video today. I'm MaryGirl Moody, also known as Mother Supreme. Let's video. We are going to review episode 1 of Murder House, American Horror Story, episode 1, season 1.
Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Give you love. Give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Give you love. Give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Mama's gonna give you love. Give you love. Give you love.
All right, everyone, welcome again to the video. This episode basically was the pilot of American Horror Story Murder House. If you have not watched this series and you do not want to be spoiled on this episode, please do not watch and go no further. The episode basically opens up. We have a adorable little girl in a little yellow dress standing in front of kind of this like 2 to 3 story old house, and these 2 little red-headed boys go past her, and she tries to warn them that they are going to die in there, and they basically tell her, to shut up, mind her own business, that kind of thing, which is really actually cute to see little Addie that young and in that cute little yellow dress. So anyway, the boys go in there and they vandalize that house. The year is 1978, and the ghosts in the house murder the 2 little boys while they're vandalizing it. That is our opening to the season. And if you want to know why I'm using a machete, it's fake. It's a prop. And I don't know, I'm for some reason clinging onto it right now, like using it as a pointer. So everything opens and we meet the Harmon family. Vivian, Ben, and Violet. Vivian and Ben are a married couple, and Violet is their teenage disgruntled daughter. They move into this old house that the boys went into and that they were murdered in the opening. We found out that the house is built by a doctor to the stars. Ben is a psychiatrist and he works from home, which is why they wanted a bigger house so he can actually work there and be with his family. Now, the realtor, Marcy, tells the couple, obviously, unfortunately, she has to disclose this information to them, but that the couple who owned the house before them died in a murder-suicide. So, in more information that comes out with the family in this pilot episode, we find out that Ben cheated on Vivian with one of his students. But Vivian basically forgave him, or so it seems. She repels basically anytime he tries to touch her hand, give her a hug, even give her a kiss. She repels from him every single time. On the first night, we find out that Ben is a naked sleepwalker. He seems to be in a trance or something that the house has put him in and makes him walk around the house. The next day, Moira O'Hara is the maid. She is the maid who worked for the previous owners, and she's here to work for Ben and Vivian. Vivian sees Moira as as an older lady played by Frances Conroy, and she has one eye that obviously ain't right. But Ben sees her as a very sexy siren. Now, right when they move in, we get a taste of Constance, the neighbor. She is the mother of the little girl, Addie. They live in the house next door, and Constance is basically a nosy, brutally honest woman with issues. Huge issues, people. She gives Vivian some sage to burn to clean the house of evil spirits. So Vivian starts in the attic, and when she goes up there to cleanse the house of evil spirits, Vivian finds this rubber suit. And if you guys out there don't know what they're for, you will when you get a little older. So Ben throws out the suit. And then afterwards we see Ben and Vivian get into a huge fight over the fact that Vivian was pregnant and the baby died, and she had to carry that baby a little longer, give birth to it, and give birth to a stillborn baby. And the way that Ben and Vivian dealt with their pain from the situation, Ben had an affair and Vivian got a dog and kind of ignored her husband. So that led, Ben, from what he says, to cheat. They had this huge fight about it in the living room, and then they make up twice. So the next day, Ben meets Larry Harvey. Larry has been actually peeping at Ben through the windows, kind of stalking him a little bit in the murder house since he got in there. And Larry tells Ben the story about how the house told Larry to kill his family and burn them alive. So Larry describes to Ben how he murdered his wife and 2 daughters by burning them alive, and that's why he's all crazy. We move on then to a patient of Ben's. His name is Tate. Tate is admitting that he is having these horrible visions of violence against like his schoolmates and anyone that, I guess he likes or that angers him. So anyway, basically he meets Violet after a session one day with her dad. And they kind of hit it off a little bit. Tate and Violet kind of start talking, and then Tate, during one of his actual appointments with Ben, admits to him that he has stopped taking his medication because he doesn't want to be impotent. He wants to be able to have sex with a girl. And Ben at this time does not know that Tate is fantasizing about Violet until he catches the 2 of them together at the end of the show and they're talking. Now, Tate also helps Violet. He helps her scare Leah, who is the school bully of Violet's new school. It all goes, though, a little too far. Violet invites Leah over to the house under Tate's influence, and Tate says that they're going to scare her in the basement. And that's when Infantata comes out, this little, weird kid little thing that just scares the crap out of Leah and scratches her across her face. This results in Violet getting extremely scared of Tate, and she tells him that she doesn't want to have anything else to do with them at that point. Now, it is very important to know, too, that during this show, we think that Ben puts on the rubber suit that he has thrown in the trash and makes love to his wife. However, we realize that Ben is actually downstairs, nowhere near his wife, and certainly not in a rubber suit. So that means that somebody has come into the house, put on the rubber suit, and basically raped Vivian. I mean, obviously she would have said no if she knew that that was somebody who was not her husband. So I guess we can just straight up call that rape. Then at the end of the pilot episode, Vivian reveals to Ben that she is pregnant. So it was a fantabuloso episode to introduce to people who have never, seen Ryan Murphy and the horrors that are inside his head, and Brad Falchuk's as well. It was a fantastic episode, and I can't wait to see what happens in the rest. I know you guys can't too. So please stick around. Episode 2 will be uploaded later on this week for Murder House. Don't forget, guys, weekly Wednesday live streams for American Horror Story. Every single Wednesday here on my channel at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you click the subscribe button. Otherwise, me and my fake machete, you can tell it's rubber because it bends. I have a real one, but I would never use it during your, me and my fake machete will, I don't know, we'll make another video or something. So hit that subscribe, come back for more. Love you guys. You are all awesome. This is Mother Supreme saying, have an awesome night.